Well, hello, my little curious cuties. My name is ashleyellix, and in this video, we are going to be talking all things Pixi Beauty. Now, if you're like me, you may have heard of the brand, but really don't know anything about the brand, where it was founded, why it was founded, all of those things, and I want to talk about it here in this video today. But not only talk about it, I want to put my face where my face is and try a full face of Pixi Beauty. I have a lot to try out for you guys. I'm excited to get my hands and my face on it because honestly, I haven't really used that much of their makeup, and I'm excited to try it all out and see what's good and all of that. So if you're ready to see how everything performs, how it wears, if it's kind of worth that higher price point even though it's at the drugstore, and hear a little bit about the brand, then you're in the right place. And let's just go ahead and get started, okay, boo? Boop. Yes, if you like beauty videos and fun things like that, then go ahead and subscribe because you're gonna wanna see more. I post 3 times a week, and you can also follow me on Instagram and TikTok at ashleyellix. But enough of that, let's get to applying. Okay, now full disclaimer, a lot of these products I was sent in PR and I've just been like collecting so I could do this full face video. And then a couple of the products I purchased myself, like the foundation, the concealer, because I've heard really good things about it and I wanna try it. So I'm gonna start off this look today, this try on, with the only product that I've actually tried already. It's the Vita C Brightening Perfector. It's supposed to be vitamin C infused, and it's a complexion enhancer that blurs, perfects, gives a dewy, radiant finish. Now, I've used this a few times, and I think it's pretty nice. I like that you can just like wear it by itself, and it kind of evens out skin, tone, and texture, and it does blur like it says, and it has like a nice light vitamin C fragrance. Okay, so we will talk while I apply these ones about the behind the brand. We'll get it going, because this takes a little bit longer to apply sometimes. I'm going to be using, though, the Pat Away Concealing Base. I got the shade Nude. It's this little guy right there. And then I have the shade Nude also in the Beauty Balm. So hopefully these shades will work for me. You might have seen those before. So let's discuss, let's chat, let's talk. I will be doing my concealer to cover up right here on my cheeks. I like to do that before my foundation. So Pixi's been around for a while. It is the year, I gotta think about this, 2022. I don't even know anymore. 2022 allegedly, and they were founded in 1999. The brand was founded by Petra Strand. She founded it in London. A little Soho boutique was her first store that she launched. But why did she launch it? That's what I'm always kind of curious about, is like what sparked people's interest to start a brand. Were they really in it to win it? Were they really just making money? Did they have a passion for beauty? All those things I like to know the tea on. So Petra did graduate from Elegance International School of Professional Makeup in Hollywood. She moved to London and founded Pixi Beauty. Pixi by Petra, actually technically called. A little bit of coverage on that. Going in with the foundation now, I will be sharing a quote with you from an interview with Nylon Magazine by Petra Strand. She said, "I started as a makeup artist," which we just talked about, you know, went to professional school, that's awesome. Started as a makeup artist, and she has a sister who's a makeup artist, and I have another sister who's a skin therapist, so all in the family. So this was London 20 years ago, and we couldn't really find makeup that had that glowing, kind of transparent and natural texture on the skin. At the time, there was also no makeup with skincare ingredients. So we combined our expertise to come up with these nice, light textures that enhanced your beauty, that brought out your natural beauty instead of, say, layers of coverage and powders. Everything was matte back then. We did the opposite. So I really like to see that. 1999, groundbreaking, paving the way to that more natural makeup, which is kind of like the vibe I get when I look at the brand, right? It's definitely, it's sitting there at Target. I mean, Ulta sells it online now too, but they have that very light, fresh, airy look about the whole entire branding and stand. The branding is very cohesive. Now, I honestly, you might be wondering, like, why haven't you really tried that much makeup from them? Come on. You're a makeup reviewer here. You love makeup. It's the thing, it's the thing. The thing is, when I go to purchase drugstore products, I want drugstore pricing that I'm typically used to. The Pixi brand, it's a little bit pricey, and if I'm gonna be spending that, I almost rather be going to Ulta and Sephora, just like my honest tea here. but the brand has been around for a really long time. They've been at Target for a long time. Honestly, I see a lot of out of stock, so people are buying the brand. So it must be good in my like reasoning. I always kind of look at the line and then I kind of talk myself out of it because I'm just like, I don't want to spend that. But if it is really good, I gotta kind of get over that like mindset and just think of it as being more accessible by being at Target, you know, even though it has that mid-range price point. Let me know if you feel the same way. Do you feel like Pixi is like, you know, it's a little bit pricey? What's the deal? There is a fragrance to this foundation, which is kind of interesting. It says it's moisturizing, has a high pigment base, layer for full coverage, or mix with a moisturizer for sheer effect. I love the versatility of a foundation, and I do have some nice glow going on. That's a nice glow, but I wouldn't say it's full coverage, even though I'm using a brush and even though I did layer. Okay, here's some tea. I always come across some tea accidentally when I'm doing these brand deep dives. That's what happened when I did the Urban Decay one, and it kind of like completely shattered my mindset of the brand. This one doesn't, because I feel like it's just something that happens, and I don't know, it's kind of weird. Just recently though, I think it was December of 2021, Pixi, the brand, was actually sued over, I think it was this applicator, and it was from another company based out of Germany that's a product designing company, and they're alleging that they came up with this and it was a copyright infringement, and they settled, as well as some other brands that they kind of went after. To me, that's kind of a little silly, because like it's a doe foot applicator that has a curve to it, but who am I? I am just some lady sitting in her room talking to a camera. I do not come up with product designs. To me, you know, in my opinion, it's like a little, okay, it's a bit of a stretch, but you know, they settled, so hey. But anyway, that was the only little like tea tidbit, and I feel like every single brand has something at this point, even if it's just a little minor thing, like a little product design. So I don't know, I bought this a few months ago and it's been sitting there waiting for me to do this video. I don't know if they've changed the applicator of that yet. I'm assuming they have to. Let's open this. Let's use one of these. I love myself a coral blush, so I want to use this, but I'm also kind of gravitating to this today. These are the Tinted Moisture Sticks Blush on the Go blush. Let's see. Let's see how that one is. That's kind of nice. Let me do it with the sponge. And if I want to go in with the pink, I will. I'm putting this right over the foundation base, and my base is looking really glowy, really nice. I am enjoying it so far. Okay, this blush is going on really, really nicely. I like that. So let's talk about brand aesthetic, because you guys, I'm a dummy. All these years that Pixi has been around, okay, I didn't really give it enough thought. I was like, oh, Pixi, cute, la 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 la. It does have kind of like a green vibe, right? It is kind of Tinkerbelly in that lime green department, but like softer. It is kind of whimsical. Well, when I was researching this, I found out that what inspired Pixi, the name Pixi, the whole general aesthetic of the brand, was pixies and folklore and whimsy, and I think that is so freaking cute. Why did I not connect the dots? Why did I not think about it? I don't know, but it just made me fall in love with the brand a little bit more, because like when I do these brand deep dives and find out some stuff about the brands, it kind of sours my taste a little bit sometimes, and I'm like, ooh, but sometimes I fall more in love with brands, and right now that's what's happening with this. I love that they are just like, you know, Petra brought together her sisters and they all put their great minds together and they came up with all these beautiful, wonderful products, and they did some different things that were more revolutionary for its time, and they just made a cute line with pretty whimsy, but that was more sustainable and not so childlike that a lot of brands kind of end up doing on accident. This one, it's elegant and beautiful, but still playful and whimsical. And I really like that balance a lot. I think that's part of the reason why they've been able to hold on, is because they're striking when you're walking the Target aisles. You're kind of like, ooh, like what is this area? What's going on right here? Because it's cute and it's really different than say your Revlons and your Maybellines, and it's just cohesive and nice and straight to the point. You get me? You get it? I don't have setting powder, I don't think. Do I have setting powder in any of these palettes? I Shapeshifter palette. This is a collab palette with Promise. It's not really a setting powder. It might be too thick, but let's see. Let me know if you like any of their setting powders because I did see some recently, but they were sold out. So this is that's a little palette that just came out, and I think this was last fall. Let's see if I can set at all. I am getting some creasing and rolling, but that's just because I haven't set under my eyes yet. It's actually setting pretty nicely. So let's continue. Oops, Ashley's quesadillas. No, where's my Pixi thing? My cookbook for my sister, not for publishing, just for my sister that I'm making. Anyways, let's talk a little bit more about that inspiration. So her goal was to have multi-purpose products that were easy to use, makeup that looks like you, only better, skin-loving products. I love that. I love looking not like myself, and I love looking like myself. I love the options, the versatilities. It's nice to have brands that do each one, you know? She also says, classic beauty never goes out of style. It's not really trendy, but it's always right. We very much like to do our own thing. I like that because it kind of ebbs and flows. Rather than constantly trying to keep up with the trends, they've been able to hang on with just their staple products, adding things, of course, and keeping up with that, doing collabs, but it all is cohesive. They never come across as tryhards. And I think in a day and age with the way the makeup industry has been for this last, probably 5 years now even, it's nice to have a brand be consistent and true and be able to hang on. So who is the target audience for Pixi Beauty? I think, like she said, it's anybody who wants like multi-purpose products that are more quick and easy. Not that I'm going quick right now, but it's because I'm talking your ear off. but like this, I just use that as a setting powder, and I can now go in with the blushes and everything all in that. I loved that this one, the Beauty Balm, says I can sheer it out with a moisturizer, which you can do a lot of times, but some of them don't play well when you try to do that. So this blush palette is the Pixi X Denise. It's called Mind Your Own Glow, Find the Light. Oh, is that not blush? Well, it's kind of like a blush light, a blush highlighter. Let's do a little bit of this action. It's gonna be very, very highlighty, maybe. Ooh, no, maybe not. Oh, it's kind of nice, actually. Ooh, it has some glow to it. Oh, that's beautiful, honestly. Okay. You see that? If you're looking for a glowy blush, well, look no further. Okay, let's get a little highlighter blush. I'm gonna have to go up into this one. Maybe a dash of the white just to make sure it's not too dark. Wow. I'm not over glow. I am not over a banging highlight, and I'm sorry if you are, but I am not. That's beautiful. Let me go do my eyebrows. I don't have any other eyebrow products to try out, but I do have their eyeshadows, and I've never used their eyeshadows before either, and I have their lippies, and I haven't used their lippies before, so let me be right back and we'll continue. All right, brows on. Let's do this. This is the Pixi Tina Young collab palette, and I just saw someone on Instagram, now I don't remember who, it might have been Danessa Myricks. I saw them doing like this really pretty tealy, greeny, shimmery shade on the lid. Not that this is gonna like pop like that, like liquid pigment they were using, but I was like, oh, I want to do that. So I'm going to do that with this palette, and let me see how much I can make it pop. I have no experience with her shadows whatsoever, so that's not good. Let's see. Let me see if I can build it up a little bit more. I do have a primer laid down, just the ABH eye primer. This is like a weird consistency where it's not fully matte, but it's not shimmer either. It's one of those weird ones that I do have a hard time using. Like, should I wet my brush? Maybe that's what I should do. A little bit. Is that kind of working? It's just reminding me why I don't wear pastels, honestly. They just look so blah on me. But anyways, let's talk some more. Okay, so groundbreaking products that like really put them on the map. Honestly, the only ones that really came to mind were their glow tonics and the like variation of the formulas. They did something with that one. Okay, TBH, I use a whole skincare regimen from my esthetician, Liz over at Two Beauties Eureka. You could shop her small shop if you want to support a small business. But anyways, it's all esthetician grade. Dermatologists that like to use that brand, Jan Marini. So I don't really dabble in the drugstore skincare or any other skincare for that matter, because what I use works great for me and I ain't interested in switching it up. But I have to give credit where credit's due. They really, really put themselves on the map with that glow tonic. What I feel that they did with their marketing and the way they kind of tackled the oversaturation of beauty releases in the beauty industry has been amazing to watch. Like when you really think back and watch what Pixi has done, okay? They have survived. They have a lot of SKUs, okay? And not only have they survived, they are actually growing. They're in pretty much every Target that I've seen. They came onto the Ulta's website, I believe 2 years ago, and they're constantly adding new products to their list of what is available on Ulta. So I don't think that they're struggling. At least it doesn't appear that way at all. And I think part of the way that they've been able to do that without launching 1 million products, a new collection, like a new full collection every month, like a lot of brands are doing or have done, what they have done is created hype over just their brand name. Like just getting all these influencers, all these makeup reviewers and people, I mean, not even makeup only, just fitness influencers, all these different people to be doing PR unboxings on their YouTube or Insta stories, customizing cute little accessories for them to show off and make them feel special. And listen, I've gotten some of that stuff. It does make me feel special, but it's not going to change the way that I feel about the product. But it does make me feel special. Like, I think that anybody would feel special with a backpack with their name on it, honestly. Very cute. So I think that they were smart in that they're just doing PR sends, like, what seems random, but it's their cult, like, favorite product. So people keep remembering the brand and reusing. There's a lot of brands in general, not only drugstore, but just brands in general that fall off because they're not ever mentioned. Like they're not ever talked about. They have no PR team whatsoever. And I think that the name of the game, baby, is to keep that word of mouth going. I think that Pixi does probably a good job in just grabbing people's attention. Like I said, their display is so beautiful at the drugstore, and it really stands apart and separates itself and is very inviting and cute and whimsy. So that helps them. But I like how they have not succumbed to just the oversaturation and not creating a bunch of waste and being able to maintain their name and being relevant by doing just like a simple collab. I think, what did they do it? Maybe a couple times a year, just a little collab, and it's one palette with an influencer. And in this case, they did 4 different influencers, YouTubers, whatever you want to call them, with one palette each, instead of a humongous giant collection that is discontinued, one and done, goodbye, thank you, and forever. And then it's just like, okay, and that's it. Let's take this blue shade because that would probably work. I'm not in love with this. Let's just deepen it up. That one has some pigment to it, I can see. Maybe I should just do that all over the lid. Let me do that. And what if I just use my finger? Hang on. Okay, not at all the original look that I was gonna do when I sat down to film this video, but you cannot put color in front of me because I'm gonna use it, okay? I don't have any of the eyeliner mascara. I thought I had one of their mascaras, but I must have decluttered it or who knows. So let me go do lashes and then we're gonna do some lips and kind of wrap up our final thoughts on this little behind the brand. I just found this in my collection and I want to use it. Endless Shade Stick. I know this is more like a shadow stick, but I'm gonna use it to like line my top lash line because I did just like a brown gel liner in the waterline, and I also did brown eyeshadow too. But anyways, I'm gonna connect the look in a way by just dragging this up top. Oh, it has a little shine to it. That's pretty. That's pigmented and that's pretty. I like it. Okay, now I'm gonna go do my lashes. For lippies, I have this palette from the Louisa Rowe collab. I hope I'm saying that right. And then I also have some lip glosses. TBH, I'm not really like super in love with lip palettes. I maybe back in the day when I was doing makeup professionally, that would have been my jam, but it's not really my thing. But for testing purposes, let's try it out anyways. Let me know as like a regular consumer, because that's what I'm coming in with it as now, not a behind the scenes makeup artist doing all the different faces and lips. I see no need for this. For me personally, I feel like it's very inconvenient. But you as a consumer, do you jive with this? Do you like that? Let me know. Let's see though. Is this a lipstick? Lip blush. Oh, well, I'm really not gonna like it though. But you know what? Maybe that's the thing. I'm gonna take the lightest one. It does have some pigment though on this little lip brush. That's too light. That's too light. It's just like, I'm not gonna, like, I'm gonna need to reapply it. I don't want to carry this around. Like, no. And that's like a nothing. Okay, I need to go in a little bit deeper. Let me go in with this one. Since it's a blush, it's gonna be so light. Anyways, it's not really a lipstick palette. Oh, that's nicer. I like, oh, that's pretty. Okay, eating my words, kind of. I like it. I still find it inconvenient, but I like how it's looking. It is very blushy. Yeah, that's just like a hint. That is really pretty. That is pretty. But let's put on some gloss on top because I'm that kind of girl, okay? I like to have a glossy lip. This is the Lip Gloss in Sweet Nectar. There we go. There we go. Created a nice base. Now it's popping. My lip gloss is popping. My lip gloss is cool. Okay, let's sum up the brand. Let's sum up my thoughts. Let's sum up the products we use today. So first of all, the thing that I thought was super cool, okay, this brand has been around now for 20 something years. They have never sold, okay? Original owners, that's amazing. Listen, here, I feel certain ways about brands selling. And it's completely selfish of me for makeup that I love so much. It is very hard for me to hear that a brand opened, created product just for the purpose of selling. Listen, everybody got to get their coin. Everybody should have that option to be able to one day collect their coin and ride off into the sunset on their horse with their bags of money, whatever they want to do. But it's really disheartening when you have some brands that like they want to sell it like as fast as possible, get it out and boom. But I feel like very rare to hear of a brand these days still owning their company after this long. I think that's amazing. I think that's commendable. And it gave me a lot of respect because I am sure they have been approached to be bought out after all these years. I'm sure. I mean, I don't know for sure, but like, in my opinion, how have they not? And for them to be like, maybe, possibly, this is all speculation. No, we want to keep it with us. And you know, maybe they just haven't gotten the right number. I don't know, but maybe they want to keep it in the family and to keep it growing and make sure that it doesn't get messed up and jaded, because a lot of these conglomerates that are buying brands are messing everything up. There is one brand in particular that you know who I'm referring to, but they were lost from the start, okay? Check out that Urban Decay deep dive. Anyways, my thoughts and opinions also on the brand are, I found out all this stuff about the brand. I think it's very sweet. I think it's so cute. I love how it was created and founded, and I get the aesthetic. I get the vibe of that quick, effortless makeup. I love that. We all need that option. But to me, I just don't like the price point, okay? I know I'm stubborn. I just don't love how expensive it is for the drugstore. Because now doing a full face of makeup, do I like it? I like it. I think I look fresh. I think I look nice. I do think I have some glowy skin. I think if I wasn't talking, I'd be able to do this really fast. Do I still feel like my skin in particular looks makeup-y? Yeah, I mean, I can tell that I'm wearing makeup. I don't know. Like when I'm talking about the foundation, the concealer, like I can see it. I can see it on my nose a little bit. It just looks a little bit makeup-y. The lips ended up looking really nice. The eyeshadow, I got it to work, but it did feel like drugstore eyeshadow. It didn't have that creamy richness, blendability that I would like in something that's a higher price point like that. Because when you start to get around the $20+ range, I expect a little bit more. So I think some of the price points are fair and some can be a little bit jarring when I'm at Target and I'm wanting to take a peek and a gander, and I will pick other brands over the price point, but that's just me. That's just me and my cup of tea. There's other brands too that Target has brought on that are higher price point, and it's like, what? Why? If I want to do that, I will go to Ulta or Sephora, you know? But that's just me again, that's just me. But is that you? But I think the brand is super cute. I like what they've done with it. I love the little pixie thing. I don't know why it took me so long to realize that, oh, it actually is inspired by pixies. That's so cute. I get the Tinkerbell look. I get the vibe. I like it. But let me know your thoughts and opinions. Do you shop the brand? Do you purchase from the brand yourself? What do you like? What do you not like? What are your thoughts and opinions? Because it's not just about me over here, okay? It's about you too. So make sure you subscribe before you go so you don't miss out on my future videos. I've been posting Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, and then funny, silly, kind of quick videos over on TikTok and Instagram. So subscribe to me here, follow me there at ashleyellix, and I will see you guys next time, okay? Bye!